What's going on, guys? Two-Tone Sports here. We're going to hit the NFL win total prediction. As you can see, I have the win totals up here on the screen. I'm going to be going through every single team. I'll pull up what your schedule is, and we're going to pull up strength of schedule. So with that being said, I'm going to give you the over, and I'm going to give you the under for every single team. And then we're going to do something fun with it later in the year. When the season's over, we're going to visit this video back again. We're going to react to it, and we're going to see how right or wrong I was. So that being said, let's jump into this one. We're going to start off with the Arizona Cardinals at 4.5. Year doesn't look too shabby for you guys. We all know the injury with Kyler Murray. Let's take a look at strength of schedule to start off with. And you guys are 11th with a .519 opponent win percentage. So we're here. I mean, that can get off the screen. We're on the Athletics. So last year, your record was 4-13. Obviously, this is going to be based on when you play these games. There's a couple beatable in here. Like, honestly, I think you can probably take one from the Rams. You're probably losing both to the 49ers. I'm going to say you lose both to Seattle as well. Depending on the season and where you're at, if Kyler's playing, you could maybe beat the Falcons. I don't know. They revamped their defense, so probably losing to the Ravens, Bengals, Cowboys. And I'm going to give you a toss-up on the Giants depending if Kyler's back. You could probably get the Texans. No shot you're beating the Eagles, Steelers, and maybe you can beat the Commanders if Kyler's back and Sam Howell's still not doing well. 4.5. Realistically, I could see you taking one from the one, maybe two. Maybe three. I'm gonna hit the under here on the Cardinals here. 4.5. I'm gonna take the under here. Honestly, if Kyler doesn't play and you guys are like really down in the dumps, why not hold him out the whole year? 4.5. I'm gonna probably take the under here. The Falcons with the new revamped defense, Bijan Robinson, 8.5 on the win total. You guys are the easiest strength of schedule, all right? So, Falcons, what do you have in store for us? So, Falcons here last year was 7-10. The number to beat is 8.5. I think you could take the Panthers. You probably take one from the Saints, so that's 2. You probably take both from the Bucks, so that's 4. You're home with the Packers. I'm going to go 5. I'm going to give you losing to the Texans. The Texans are probably my sleeping team. You got 6 there. You probably can beat the Commanders too. That's 7. And we got to take one from here, which is probably going to be the Titans. That's 8. And then you probably could take the Cardinals. That's 9. I'm going to hit the over on the Falcons. I can see you guys getting 9 wins, if not more. Obviously, this is all dependent on how Ritter plays, but you guys have a pretty easy schedule. And even your away games, I don't see anything that's, besides like Chicago here and maybe Detroit, I don't see anywhere in here where you're playing away in some fairly poor weather games. So, like I said, I'm going to hit probably the over 8.5 on the Falcons. Let's get into the Ravens. Re-sign Lamar. Got the new receivers. I hate how this keeps popping up. Got the new receivers. You got big boy Lamar on the contract here. Let's check it out. So you're going to do the Browns twice. I'm going to say you're taking both from the Browns. What do you got? 9.5 you got to beat? Yeah. So you're going to take both from the Browns. I'm going to make you split the Bengals and probably take both from the Steelers. So you're sitting at 5. You're beating the Cardinals 6, beating the Bears 7. I'm going to make you lose to Jacksonville. You're going to beat the Jets as 8. You're losing. You're beating the Titans at 9. You're going to beat the Rams. I'm going to hit the over on the oh, this is the Browns. My bad. Ravens. Pretty similar schedule. You're beating them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably beating the Colts 6. I'm going to have you beat the Lions. I'm going to take the over on the Ravens. I have you guys probably winning exactly 10 games. I'm going to take the over. I'm definitely going to take the over on the Ravens, actually. You guys just way too athletic with a team. You got Odell there. You got Zay Flowers there now. Assuming you guys stay healthy, taking the over. Bills at 10.5. That's an interesting number. I could tell you I'm most likely probably taking the over on that. So you probably split. I'm going to say you split with the Dolphins just because you guys play them weird every year. So that's 1. Beating the Pats twice. So that's 3. Splitting the Jets. That's 4. I'm going to have you beat the Cowboys, beat the Broncos. That's 6. I'm going to give that a toss-up game. You're going to beat the Raiders. 7. Beating the Giants. 8. 9. We could do toss-up games there. You don't count them. And here's your 10 right here on the Commanders. There's your 10 right there on the Commanders. And any of these toss-ups you can win. I'm giving you the over on that. You guys have a tough schedule at 0.542. 0.542. Jeez, can I speak? That's a tough schedule. Panthers at 7.5 with your new QB. So, where are we at, Panthers? All right, AFC East is on the top. You got Bryce Young. So, Panthers, you guys were 7-10 last year. You could beat the Falcons. What's the number to beat? I have a shit memory. 7.5. What's their schedule look like? Not too bad. So 7.5 for the Panthers. Beating the Falcons, beating the Saints, beating the Bucks. That's 3. Probably beating the Bucks twice. That's 4. And you're gonna split with these two. Honestly, you could beat the Packers. Texans could be a toss-up. Colts can be a toss-up. 7.5. I'm gonna take the under on that. I'm gonna take the under on that. I think you guys maybe come out a little shaky, and I'm gonna take the under on the Panthers. By the way, guys, I want to hear what your team prediction is in the comments below. Bengals sitting at 11.5 with a probably decent strength of schedule. Yeah, right in the middle of the pack there. So we're sitting at the Bengals. I hate how we're hopping all over the place here. Bengals. Probably would have been easier to start at the top. Bengals looking for 11.5. Splitting with the Ravens, we said. I'm going to give you both to the Browns. That's 3. Beating the Steelers twice. That's 5. I'm going to give you losing to the Bills. Beating the Texans 6. Beating. You're going to take one of those. Bless you in the comments. Man, you guys have... See, the Cardinals are an easy win. Titans are a win. I'm going to give you the over. I'm going to give you the over because of Joe Burrow. That's what it's going to come down to. I'm going to give you the over because of Joe Burrow. You're probably going to take one of these games. You guys bolstered that defense, actually, pretty nicely. So, I'm going to give you over. I know you lost Bates, so it's unfortunate. Let's go with the Steelers. We're gonna change this up a little bit. We're going to go with the Steelers here. So, the Steelers win total is 8.5. Strength of schedule is probably right toward a little bit toward the top there now. 25. Okay. Well, we split the Ravens, losing both. 8.5. Split the Ravens, losing both to the Bengals. Split the Browns. So you're at 2, 3, 4. Losing. I'm going to give you a loss there. 2, loss. 5. I'm going to have you beat the Texans. Lose to the Colts. You're at 6, 7. Unfortunately, 8.5. I'm going to take the under. I have right around 7 or 8 wins for you guys. Kenny Pickett, I like him, but I don't know if he's got it. Got the Browns. You got Watson here. So, what are we doing, Browns fans? How are we feeling? What do we think? Cleveland, 9.5 for you guys, huh? I think we said you're getting taken by both Ravens. Taken. You got 1, 2. I'm going to give you against the Bears 3, 4. Beating the Broncos 5, 6, 7. I got you at 8. I got you right around 8 wins, which is going to put you in the over. I'm sorry, Browns. I'm going to put you under at 9.5. I have you right around 8 wins. I got to see a little bit more out of Watson this year, guys. I really do. I have to see a little bit more out of Watson. Moving on to the Jags. I think they're going up and up, man. The Jags. Oof. I really like the Jags. 10.5. Playoff team last year. Honestly, pretty easy schedule. You're probably taking both. You're probably taking both from your whole division. So that's sitting at 8 right there. Let's call it 6, just in case you lose 2 because they're division games. Okay, you're going to beat the Falcons. And you're going to beat the Bucks. So that's definitely sitting at 8. And then I can have you beating the Panthers at 9 and probably the Saints, which puts you right at 10. You're sitting at 10.5. That means you need to take one more game. You got to give. You could probably beat the Steelers too. I don't know. I totally missed that. Yeah, I'm giving you over. I'm going to give you guys 11 here. I'm giving you the over. Titans. Tough season. Where are we? Where are we with the Tennessee Super Titans? 7.5. Is Will Levis going to play? Probably going to dictate. Dude, this is really bothering me. Probably going to dictate this prediction, but splitting, maybe. Losing both. Winning 3, 4. All right. 5. I'm taking the under on the Titans. I don't see you guys getting 7.5. If Will Levis comes out and actually surprises me, then I can see the over, but I'm going to give you the under, unfortunately. Colts, 4-12-1. I have high hopes. I really do for you Colts fans. I have really high hopes for Anthony Richardson, sitting at 6.5. You're going to split the Texans, lose both to the Jags, split the Titans. Browns is a toss-up. Raiders is a toss-up. So you're at 3. Beating the Rams. 4. Beating the Bucks. 5. I'm going to have you beat the Panthers, which is at 6. And I'll give you maybe one more game in there, which puts you right at 7. I'm going to take the over on the Colts, only because I expect great things from Anthony Richardson. Jonathan Taylor's going to play a lot more games this year. And I honestly just really like the way that offense is going to look. I really like the way that offense is going to look. You got Pittman and Pierce. You got Josh Downs. I mean, come on. I love it. I really love the way that offense looks. Texans. CJ Stroud. We split that. What are your wins on the Texans here? 6.5. Oof. I can tell you I'm probably taking the under on this one. Maybe could beat the Cardinals, all depending on when you play them. Probably split the Titans, so that's 2. I'm going to have you beat the Bucks, which is 3. Every game on here is a hard-fought game. Even the Panthers is no slouch. I'm going to take the under. I'm going to say you guys are going to end the season with 5 wins. That's my prediction. You guys are going to end the season with 5 or 6 wins for the Houston Texans. God, I'm really interested to see how well I do on these. Chiefs, baby. Where are you at? 11.5. You're going to beat the Broncos twice. That's 2. Beat the Raiders twice. That's 4. Split the Chargers. That's 5. Make you beat the Bears 6. You're going to beat either the Bills or the Bengals, so I'm going to throw a 7 in there. I'm going to say you lose to 1. Beat the Lions, which is 8. Miami is 9. Losing to the Eagles, I'm going to say. They're going to get their revenge. Beating the Packers, 10. And I'm going to say you're going to take one of these games in here, maybe probably the Patriots. So I'm going to put you at 11. And I think you could beat the Jets. I think you could beat the Vikings over the Jets. That's going to put you at 12. I'm going to take the over for Kansas City Chiefs. Thought you guys also had a good draft. And it's hard to bet against Patty Mahomes. Receiver situation's a little weird to me, though. But taking the over on the Chiefs. My Chargers, 10-7 last year. Unfortunate playoff exit at 10 wins. Let's say they split every divisional game. I think that's fair, which puts you at 3. You're going to lose to the Ravens, lose to the Bills, beat the Bears. That's 4. I'm going to say beat the Cowboys, which is 5. Beat the Lions, 6. Lose to the Dolphins. Beat the Packers, 7. Beat the Vikings, Patriots. That's 8 and 9. And you're going to beat the Tennessee Titans. Jets are a toss-up there. How do you end in the same? Similar record. 10. I'm going to take the over. I'm probably going to take the over. Look at the odds on that. They're saying that's the hardest team to predict. Wow. I'm taking the over on that, assuming they stay healthy. Don't be shocked. You could take 2 from the Broncos, and you can easily go up to 11 wins, and you could even take 2 from the Raiders. I'm really not impressed by their offensive line, unfortunately. That could put you at the 12-win mark for Los Angeles Raiders. Jimmy G there. Got rid of Waller. 6-11 last year. Where do they have you guys? At 7.5. You're going to beat the Broncos. Split with the Broncos. Let's say you split with the Chiefs because you always give them hard. And once again, you'll split with the Chargers. So that's starting 3 right there. You're going to beat the Packers. 4. Lose to the Vikings. I'm going to say beat the Patriots because I'm not really that high on them. 5. Giants. I'm going to have you beat the Giants. I'm going to have you beat the Giants. I'm going to have you beat the Steelers. So that's 7. You're probably going to beat the Bears. And you're going to take one of these. So I'm going to put you at 8 by just doing that right there. So that's actually going to put us over. I'm going to take the over on the Vegas Raiders. Your offensive line really concerns me. That 8 can turn into a 6 real quick, depending on injuries. Obviously, that works for any team, but it makes me a little nervous, man. It really does. Broncos. Are we letting Russ cook this year or what? Denver. Are we letting Russ cook? 8.5 they got you guys. Obviously, you guys have that stout defense. Team looks pretty good. I mean, literally, if Russ can put it together. Once again, I said you split with all 3. Boom. That's 3. I'm going to have you take the Browns. I'm going to give Russ a bounce back here. I'm going to have you take the Browns and the Packers. Okay? So that puts you at 5. I'm going to have you take the Commanders. That's 6. Jets, I don't have no idea what to expect from the Jets this year. Losing to the Bills. Beating the Bears. That's 7. 8. And Detroit's a toss-up. I have you at a good 8. Good 8. So that's 8.5. I'm going to give you the over because I'm going to say let Russ cook, baby. I'm going to give you the over. Let Russ cook. I really want to see down in the comments, what do you think is going to happen for your team for every single game? Eagles, man. You guys crushed the freaking draft. 10.5. I could tell you I'm hammering the over already. Split the Cowboys, sweep the Giants, sweep the Commanders. That puts you at 5. You're beating the Cardinals. That's 6. You're beating the Vikings. That's 7. You're beating the Rams. That's 8. And you're beating the Bucks. That's 9. That gives you all of these games to take 2 others. You could beat the Chiefs. You could beat Seattle. You could beat Dolphins. Yeah, you guys are going over 10.5 for sure. You guys are going over 10.5 for sure. Jalen Hurts and crew, you guys aren't messing up. Cowboys. How is Dak going to play this year? How is Dak going to play this year? This is all it's down to. Dallas Cowboys sitting at 9.5. You got Stephon Gilmore to back there to help you. Split the Giants. I said split the Eagles. Sweep Commanders. 4. 5 on the Rams. I'm going to give you 6 on the Seahawks. 7 on the Cardinals. 8 on the Panthers. And I'll have you take 1 of the Chargers and Dolphins to put you at 9. 9.5. I'm going to say under until Dak proves me wrong. Cowboys fans, I don't want to hear it. I'm going to say under until Dak proves me wrong later in the season. Okay? I'm going to say under, unfortunately. Big Blue. Guys had a really good draft. You guys had a really good draft. Big Blue. Where are we? Sitting at 8.5. Split the Cowboys. Get swept by the Eagles. I'm going to have you split with the Commanders, actually. So we're at 2. Beat the Packers 3. Beat the Rams 4. I'm going to have you shockingly beat the Jets or Seattle. That's 5. Okay? You're going to beat the Cardinals. That's 6. You're losing to the Bills. I'm going to have you lose. I said you lost to the Raiders. Beating the Saints. 9. I have you at 9, and you guys are sitting at 8.5. Hit the over, baby. Hit the over. I have you guys hitting 9 wins. Once again, that 9 can easily turn to a 6. I'm going to say depending on Saquon's injury and depending on if Saquon gets injured. And that all depends on how Daniel Jones plays. I know he played lights out last year. Let's see if we can get the same thing from him. Commanders. I may not even waste a lot of time on this one. 6.5. 1, 2, 3. Maybe 4. Maybe 5. I'm taking the under on the Commanders for sure. I have no idea how Howell's going to play. I like your offense, but I don't like the fact that you guys didn't go with the QB. I get it because next year's better, blah, 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 whatever. But I'm not too sure if I like the move. I'm going to take the under on the question mark at QB. Vikings at 8.5. This is interesting. I really like the Jordan Addison pick. I know Thielen's gone. No idea what's going on with Cook. So you got Hawk there still. Defense was You're gonna sweep the Bears, split the Lions, sweep the Packers. So you're at 5. You're gonna take the Falcons 6. You're gonna take the Broncos 7. And you have the possibility of taking the Raiders at 8. I'm gonna take the over because I believe in your offense and I believe in Jordan Addison. All right, I'm gonna take the over because Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison are going to be a nasty duo. That's what's gonna make me take the over here. Lions, I like the team. Like the team this year. I thought you guys had a good draft. Once again, weird positions for you guys and like the aspect of you drafted. I mean, if you just switched around a couple of those picks in the draft, you guys had an A draft for sure. Lions at 9.5, huh? Split the Bears, sweep the Packers, split the Vikings. You're at 4. We're going to beat the Falcons. 5. Tough to grab some wins now. This could be a toss-up. As a Chargers fan, this could be a toss-up. You're going to beat the Saints, beat the Bucks. That puts you at 7. Unfortunately, Lions fans, that's a lot of wins. 10. I know you guys looked good last year, but I'm not sold that Jared Goff can come out and do it again. I hope he does. I really do. I hope Jared Goff comes out and does it again. I'm going to bet against it, though. I'm going to take the under on the Lions. Packers. I'm really interested in what the hell this is. 7.5. I don't think Jordan Love's got it. You got some injuries still on that team. This is tough. You could probably beat the Bears with one game. I could see you getting swept by the rest. You're not beating the Chiefs, Chargers. All right, we can get one from the Bucks here. Probably from the Falcons. And maybe you'll take one of these. I'm probably taking the under on the Packers for sure. At 7.5, I'm gonna take the under on that. Bears. Ooh, Bears. Justin Fields. Let's see. I'm gonna give a number here and then look at the prediction. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna have you guys split Packers. Get swept by the Vikings. Take one from the Lions as well. So we're starting at 2. You're gonna beat the Cardinals and Falcons. That's 4. I'm going to have you guys beat the Panthers at 5. You're going to take none of these. Taking you these 2 here. You're going to go to 7. Where are the Chicago Bears at? 7. 7.5. I'm taking the under. I'm taking the under on that. Honestly, you probably could take, all depending on the Chargers season, you could maybe take them. But I'm going to take the under at 7, only because I really like the odds, too, at 7.5. I'm going to take the under for the Bears. Bucks, man. Tell me where this is, because I can lay some serious money on this one. 6.5. There's a problem here, because you play the Falcons and Panthers twice. Those are total toss-up games. Even if you grab, let's say, worst case scenario, you grab one. Say Kyle Trask or Baker Mayfield look really good this year. Who the hell knows? So you start off with 2. You could probably beat the Titans. That's 3. You could beat the Packers. That's 4. Texans maybe 5. And maybe Richardson has a shit game at 6. I don't necessarily know if you beat 6. I'm taking the under on that. I don't trust the QB situation at all in Tampa. Panthers. Big Bryce. Big Bryce, baby. It's your time. 7.5 for Carolina. We'll give the Falcons some credit here. Split. We'll say you split the Bucks. Get swept by the Saints. So you got in 2. Okay? Got 2. Beating the Packers at 3. You're going to either take the Texans or the Colts, so that's 4. Then you're going to beat the Titans at 5. I'm taking the under. 7.5 is a decent amount. I'm really up in the air about how the Saints are this year. I mean, I know they're next year. This is tough for me because, once again, let's say you split your division, but you beat the Bucks twice. I don't think the Bucks have a good team. I really don't. All right, so you're starting at 3. 4. Wow. I think you're going to beat one of these 5. Maybe 6 here. Maybe 7 there. Saints, I'm going to have you at 7. 9.5. Absolutely not. I'm taking the under on that. That's crazy. What? Falcons. Another toss-up. Split. Swept. Let's go split here. Okay, so 2. Once again, 3 between those. maybe 4. Probably beating the Cardinals 5. Toss up with the Bears. We'll give it to the Bears this time. Beating maybe 6. I have you maybe 6. Maybe 6 for Atlanta at the top of this list. Whoa. I'm taking the under on Atlanta. Holy shit. 8.5. I know you guys really did well on your defense, but how good is Ritter going to be? How good is Ritter going to be? 8.5. I'm taking the under. 49ers and Seattle. Let's do them together. Try to speed this video up. Really high hopes for Seattle. I'm sorry. Really high hopes for both 49ers and Seattle. I think realistically they just need their teams to be a little healthy. 11.5 for 49ers. 8.5 for Seattle. Let's see. Strength of schedule too. We haven't peeked on this in a little bit. Boom. Boom. Okay. Let's see. All right. Seattle and 49ers, they're both going to sweep the Cards. So we're starting off at 2 for both of them. I'm going to say they both sweep the Rams. We're starting off at 4 for them, and we're going to have them both split. So we're going to have 5 to start off the season for both of them. Okay? Issue here. The away games. Playing the Cleveland Browns here away for the 49ers could be an issue. But we'll leave it at 5, okay? So 5. 49ers go 6. They're going to beat one of them. They're going to beat the Giants and Bucks 7 and 8. Coming down here, we're going to have them beat the Browns, split one of these. So 10. And they're going to beat both these, 11 and 12. All right, so we got 12, which I believe is the over for the 49ers. And then we're at Seattle. Starting off at 5. They're going to beat the Panthers, 6. Beat them to 7, 8, 9, 10. And they're going to beat the Lions. I'm taking over on both of these teams. Rams and Cardinals. What is Arizona's again? 4.5? Wasn't it? Yeah, 4.5. And what were the Rams? How do they view the Rams this year? 7.5. Yeah, I kind of have similar. Rams are going to sweep the Cardinals, so that's going to give them 2, and then they're going to get swept here. So we're going to do 2. I'm going to have them take one of these. 3. And I'm going to have them take one of these against the Steelers or Commanders. That's going to be 4. You could beat Green Bay, 5, and you could beat the Colts, 6. Yeah. I'm taking the under on the Rams. Cardinals, man. You guys are getting swept by your division. So you're starting off 0. Falcons could be a total toss-up, depending on when the game is. I'll give you 1. Once again, depending on the game, I'll give you 2 against the Bears, 3 against the Texans, and I'll give you 4 depending on the Giants. That still keeps you on the under, man. I don't see how you guys are not a top 5 pick this year. Unless Kyler comes back really quick. I'm taking the under for you guys. Eesh. All right, guys, let's see how I did throughout the season. Please, please, please comment down below on who your team is and what you think your record prediction's going to be. All right, guys, this is TwoToneSports here. This is my win totals over and under for the season.